Okay, let's see if this works. Oh, before I start, let's see. Well, I'm already on, so... But let's see how things go. It's been a minute. It's been a minute, everyone. Hello, hold on. Hold on a second. My dog is barking. He's being a bit bark, because he thinks I'm talking to him. But actually, I'm not talking to him. Talking to you guys. But yeah, hold on a second. I'm actually trying to test things out right now and trying to figure out like all my old settings. I'm hoping that things are working. I see that my settings are probably a little bit too crazy for what I... Oh shoot, hold on. What's going on? Okay, my settings might be a little bit too crazy for the normal stream, so I'm tuning things down just a little bit right now, and I'm trying things out. But yeah, what's up, everybody? It's been a minute. Nothing is working. None of my redeems are going to be working. You can't see the chat. I think I'm trying. I think I'm on with the YouTube, but I'm not entirely sure. I'm actually not entirely sure. So I'm just going to check things out a little bit because yeah, like this has been an epic. I've had to reinstall everything. So actually, hold on. Let me testing stream. Okay. So today's stream is going to be much shorter than normal. This is going to be definitely much shorter than normal. I'm just kind of testing stuff out and seeing how things go. I'm not going to do too much here today, but you can kind of see where I got up to with my art last time. Wow, poor quality, huh? Poor quality stream. That's okay. I've got to tweak a lot of settings and things like that because I just don't have the setup that I had previously. Hopefully the audio and is going okay. I really can't actually hear. Oh, hey Mooney, what's up? How you doing? Why are you raiding in? I'm just testing my stream out right now. But yeah, for those of you who don't know me, my name is Fiercestbard. I am a V artist here on Twitch, and nothing works. I'm trying to reset everything. You won't see the chat on the screen. You won't see any of my redeems. I see the raid message, but I don't know if it worked. But I'm pretty sure it kind of did. It does say raiding with a party, so who knows. But yeah, I am just trying out this setup because I usually do arting here on Twitch and other places, but like I went to Bounty Hunterville because I have to do my excursion to visit Mooney when I can, because you know, I gotta go back and forth between Bounty Hunterville and Cappytown all the time. So in those cases, like sometimes I have to use this laptop instead of using my usual computer, and in that case, when that happens, well, like stuff happens and I like literally lose my whole setup. I had to uninstall OBS and just delete everything and start from scratch and build everything back up. Right now, I actually don't even know if any of my redeem no, I'm pretty certain that my redeems aren't gonna show up, or if anybody uses them, so I'll apologize in advance.
Spill?
Of course, the one soda that stains the worst, I spill.
You try to clean it?
I tried to clean it with the So as you guys just heard, I spilled soda. I spilled Fanta because Fanta has to be the most staining of all sodas in the world. It stained the carpet under my desk.
Well, we're trying to get rid of it. So.
We're trying to get rid of it, I guess. So yeah. Wait a minute, Mooney, how is your voice over here? Didn't you just raid from another stream?
Just raided.
You just raided from another stream, and somehow your voice is over here?
Yeah, my raid didn't work because I think I've kind of messed up, but like, it's okay.
Look, it did it twice.
Yeah, because I tried to do it again, but...
It's weird.
Yeah.
Well, everything is weird because honestly, I'm just trying to get all the things working in order. But yeah, what's up with you guys? Hopefully you guys all had a great stream with Mooney, and you guys were playing games and stuff like that. Now, today's stream is probably going to be way short. I just need to know that all of this stuff works. But also, for those of you who are following, we were drawing neon, Vision Eye Neon for the lulz. No, we were drawing Vision Eye Neon because I really wanted to draw her and stuff like that. This is about as far as I got with her. I did add shading, as you guys can see from some of this. I gotta tweak the shading to get it to look a little bit better and stuff, and I gotta finish this off by coloring the gun and also messing with the background and getting all of the lighting in here. So there's still quite a bit to go with this artwork, but I feel like we're getting there. I feel like we're getting there with this one. But you know, like, more important than the artwork right now is making sure that all this shows up on YouTube and all the and Twitch and all the other places properly. So I'm just kind of fudging with things until everything gets set up. Now let's see. Let me see actually. Like on let's see, I need to show my chat. How did I do that? How did I used to do that? So I did how do I see my chat? Let me add you guys somehow. Let's see if I could figure it out. Application, and yeah, this chat is gonna be really weird. I'm gonna be like half trying to figure out things out and maybe even like poking at the artwork a little bit. I don't think I'm gonna be doing a whole lot here today, because again, I'm just gonna be streaming for like maybe 20 to 30 minutes today, just to make sure that everything is okay. So let's see. Let's see if I could add somehow. I think I have to add a browser source for you guys, right? And then like add my chat. But how do I? Let's see. How do I do this? Let's see. Oh, what the hell? Okay. That's clearly not what the browser source is. So yeah, you guys are seeing professional A quality streamer right now, going through the motions right now and trying to figure shit out. I really have no idea what I'm doing at this point, because you know what it is? It's been a minute since I've had to do this from scratch. It's actually been like way too long since I've had to do this from scratch, so I actually don't know what the hell I'm doing right now. Like I'm trying to add the chat window, and I remember having to add it as a source, right? Like as a browser source, but like I don't remember what the heck I did to actually do that. So I'm trying to Google it as we go. This is a peak quality stream for you guys. You guys are seeing exactly what a professional streamer does live. Okay, let's see. Let's see. Just type blah 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 blah. Okay. I mean, I see like places like Streamlabs and stuff like that. They have versions of it, but I would have thought that that it would have been built in, right, to OBS, right? Like I could have sworn it was like built in. Let's see. Because I know I have my chat in my dock, but I want my chat up behind me. That's the problem. I know that I have it in my dock, but I just want my chat behind me. I don't want it to be in my dock so that I'm the only one that can see it. Let's see. Hold on. Let's see if I can make this happen, guys. Okay. Okay, maybe not like that. Maybe not like that. But yeah, this is gonna be a mess of a stream. Like, I'm probably not gonna get a whole lot done in terms of arting at all, because I'm just trying to get all the elements of my stream working. But hey, at least the background music is working, right? And you guys can hear me, right? I don't have a start screen. I don't have a just chatting screen. I definitely never had a closing stream, like closing screen, right? Like I like end of stream window. I really need to make one of those. Like I'm pretty sure I have enough artwork to actually make one of those. At least I also have my my side scrolling art banner on the left side there. At least I have that back, but it's like out of date because I think it's the old version of it where I don't have some of my newer art that I usually have up there. So like, you know, all of my older art is kind of scrolling over there, but it's okay. It's okay. You know, that's why we do these lives, so you can see the scuff immediately. But yeah, like while I'm trying to figure out this chat window thing, right? Let's see how to. Well, while I'm trying to figure that out, interestingly enough, I've been gone for quite a while, right? So like, okay, what happened to the last few weeks? I traveled to, you guys know, I took a little break from streaming because I got sick the week before I came to Bounty Hunterville, right? So I didn't know what it was. It could have been COVID or something. I have no idea what it was, right? But I got sick. It was really bad that Tuesday, the week before I came to Bounty Hunterville. It was really bad that Tuesday where I was basically bedridden, so I canceled that stream. And then I realized that I still needed to pack a lot of stuff. So Thursday, Wednesday and Thursday, I was packing the entire time, and I was also trying to get over my sudden illness that week, right? And then by Friday, when I was at the airport, I was okay. I was perfectly fine. Well, at least I said that to myself early on in the day when I went to the airport. But I did notice, like, even though I was feeling fine, I did notice one thing. My throat felt weird, and I started to lose my voice. That Thursday night, I thought it was nothing. I went to bed. I woke up, went to the airport, completely lost my voice at the airport. I actually could not speak that morning when I was at the airport. It was kind of alarming because I was like, oh no, what's gonna happen when I get over to border security and the border agents start talking to me and I freaking can't talk to them. So
it's your practice border patrol.
Yeah. I was kind of worried about that a little bit. I think you knew too because I texted you, right? Because I was like losing my voice in the airport. Yeah. Okay.
Needs one.
Sure. So our boy is going for a walk. So yeah, like I started panicking a little bit, but then while I was at the airport, I got myself like a couple of things. Like I got cough drops, I got Dayquil, I got like a tea, like a ginger tea with lemon. It all started helping, so I could feel my voice starting to recover. And then I got on my flight. My flight was pretty long. It was a couple of hours. So during the flight, I watched that movie. What was that movie called? Oh yeah, it was called Project Hail Mary. that one the one with the aliens and stuff, right? It was actually a really good movie. I personally enjoyed that movie a lot while I was watching it and stuff like that. And I did like the well I don't want to spoil it for you guys if you haven't seen it. So but yeah like so I spent the time watching that movie. It was a long ass movie. I didn't think that it would take up the entire flight time that I was on the plane, but it did. So like I got down, I landed. My voice recovered enough where I didn't have to say too much to the border agent guy, and I got through. And then Mooney came to pick me up, so that was great, right? I then proceeded to completely lose my voice that weekend. It came back with a vengeance. Whatever I was sick with, right, actually plagued me all of last week. Then on top of that, it wasn't even just that I was like sick. Like my voice didn't recover for the longest time. Like it was like I was out of breath to be able to talk. And then I suddenly got my cough back a little bit. And then I tried to come back on to, because I didn't want to stream while my voice was recovering. So that was another lost week, right? And then the last week, I tried to come back. I tried to do the comeback stream. And then I completely could not, because I opened the OBS and realized, oh yeah, when we were in Cappy Town, Mooney was using my laptop. So Mooney's settings were all in the laptop. And all in the OBS there, right? So I was like, you know what? I can figure this out. I'll just change it so that it's my settings and then log in with my stuff, and then it'll fix everything, right? Oh yeah, guess what happens? I log in, and then OBS goes into this like never-ending loop of I'm just gonna crash forever. And ever and ever, and it kind of crashed forever, and I couldn't figure out what to do. So I was like, you know what, I can't stream with Pig. What's up? I'm just telling my epic of not being able to stream for like 2 or 3 weeks now. But yeah, like OBS was just done, so I had to like uninstall OBS and everything, and I just had to start from scratch. So this is where I've gotten back to with stuff. I reinstalled everything. I got some of my plugins installed, but there's stuff that just still isn't working because I couldn't remember how I did any of that stuff. It's just been a minute since I've actually had to start over, so I don't know like my redeems and all that stuff. None of that stuff is working right now. I don't know which place that I got my redeems from, and also for any of my specific like sound effects and all that stuff, and the chat window is just not working behind me. But yeah, how are you doing, Pig? Hopefully all is good on your end. By the way, Pig, specific question for you: did you happen to see any of the merch drops lately from a certain -0 movie? Oh, there's very much there's a Bandai Monster Island series style vinyl. There's the desktop figure that they usually sell for like around 8,000 yen or so, and an SH Monster Arts reveal that's up for pre-order on your usual pre-order sites. Yeah. If you don't want to be spoils, I will say no more. But there is a design that was revealed, but not anything mind-blowing. But you know, if you've seen -1, you know, you kind of know what to expect. But yeah, I'm very excited for that, and I'm very much in the consideration mode of okay. Lately, guys, I used to collect monster arts. I do have some older Monster Hearts figures, arts figures. Which ones do I have? I have the original. My friends got me the very first 1994 Godzilla versus Space Godzilla design of the first Monster Arts, right? So I got that Godzilla. Then I got I got the Night Attack version of 2019. The King of Monsters Monsterverse version of Godzilla. Which other Monsterverse Godzillas did I have? I have the 89 Godzilla. So Godzilla 1989 from Godzilla vs. Biollante. I actually have the special color version of Biollante. I would have never purchased that if I didn't get a very kind bonus from work. That was not something that was on my docket to actually buy. It's sitting inside of the box and in storage because, yeah, shelf space. There's no such thing as shelf space in Cappy Town. I would like to display it though, but I have to also fish out my 89 Godzilla to go with it. As you can tell from my selection of Monster Arts, though that is one of my favorite movies, so I very specifically got that. But then after that, the only other two Monster Arts figures that I got was I did get another 89 Godzilla. It was the Lights and Sound one. I don't want to say the name of it because there's a meme about it. So I don't want to say the name of it, but it's the rather 7-inch or so a Lights and Sounds version of the 89 Godzilla. Oh hey, September 24th is Godzilla Minus Zero Night at Dodger Stadium. Oh, I heard about that. They're gonna get little bobbleheads or something, right? Like Godzilla style bobbleheads wearing I guess Otani jerseys or something like that. Damn, I'm nowhere near Dodger Stadium. I will not be able to participate. I don't like baseball, but I would totally go to a baseball game if they were gonna give me one of those. Oh, and the last Monster Hearts figure that I ever purchased was the 2003 Kiryu, the Heavy Arms version. That release is only just now being re-released. It has never been re-released since, so it's rare as all hell. Everybody's selling theirs for like $200-300 US right now on eBay or something like that. Even though there's a re-release of it coming out, that's going to be much cheaper. But I see the pre-orders going out very very quickly and stuff like that. So you know, like if you guys are huge fans of Kiryu, I would highly suggest you know, finding a supplier to get your Monster Arts pre-ordered in. Though at the same time, ever since then, I started collecting Haya. Not that I think that Haya is like 1,000 times superior or anything like that. It's just that Haya is more affordable for me. So, and I feel like the quality is good enough. Plus the size of the Haya figures. I am still ridiculously surprised at how big King Ghidorah 91 is from Haya Toys. That thing is huge. I'm staring at it right now. I actually have it here in Bounty Hunterville. I have all my Haya releases coming to Bounty Hunterville instead of Cappy Town because tariff. So I tried to avoid it, but yeah, that thing is huge. I've since bought some Haya figures. I have a 2019 Godzilla. I have 2001 GMK Goji. I have 1991, and I have also King Ghidorah so far in terms of my Haya stuff. Needless to say, Biollante and Kiryu are probably coming next. I'm gonna transition away from Transformers to Godzilla. It seems for the remainder of my collecting time. It depends on what happens with Transformers next year. But yeah, it's like I'm so looking forward to minus zero right now. I already told Mooney. I already told she looked at me with the only look when I told her, Mooney, um, in November we're gonna have to go see a Godzilla movie, right? Would you come to see a Godzilla movie with me? Mooney still has not seen minus one, so I might have to trick her into seeing minus one first, though, because unlike a lot of previous okay, with Godzilla, with the MonsterVerse movies that they make in the West, they're kind of a continual line of stories, so you kind of have to see them all in order, but not really, because each one can stand alone on its own. Godzilla, Destroy All Monsters. Oh yeah. Also coming November, and minus one is on Netflix. Yeah, I need to boot up our Netflix. So that Mooney can understand the story. I would I would say that of all the Godzilla movies out there, there's rarely a Godzilla movie that I would say that I would show family and friends and be like, okay, this is the one. This is the one that like I would be like, yeah, this is the one that I think you guys would enjoy. Minus one is probably the only one. Not even Shin Godzilla, because the problem with Shin Godzilla is I got a very mixed reaction from some of my friends. Some liked it, but others really did not like it. They thought it was really boring because of the way that Shin Godzilla kind of goes with its story, right? Like it doesn't. It's a lot of talking heads. And a lot of the Godzilla stuff kind of happens very sporadically in the movie, so it's a very hard watch for some people, you know. Millennium movies are pretty good introductions since they're all self-contained. Yeah. Ghidorah the three-headed monster is pretty good for that. You know, Pig. That's one of the first movies that I grew up seeing. I remember being a small young Cappy when they had a Godzilla-thon. So they used to have like on regular TV, like on the weekends and stuff like that. Some channels would actually have Godzilla movie marathons, and they would go ahead and play like a bunch of dubbed Godzilla movies and stuff like that. And Ghidorah, the three-headed monster, right, was actually one of the first ones that I ever saw. So what ended up happening with young Cappy Bard was I thought every single Godzilla movie was this one movie, because I didn't realize at the time that they reused a lot of footage from this movie in other movies. So I would be watching like Godzilla versus Gigan or Godzilla, which one is it? It's the Son of Godzilla and stuff like that, right? Or like I hadn't seen Destroy All Monsters until I became an adult. Yeah, it was crazy that like I didn't realize that a lot of those movies were not this one original movie, but it was one of my favorites for the longest time. It definitely, is a product of its time. It's not. There are some things about it that are like, didn't age well, but then there's also a lot of things about it that did, as a classic movie. But it was one of my favorites for sure. First one I saw was King Kong versus Godzilla. Oh, the 62 one. We own 2000 and Megalon. Oh, yeah. You know what? I had. Okay, this is gonna age me quite a bit. I had a VHS tape of Godzilla versus Megalon that I played until that tape melted. That was one of the Godzilla movies that I actually owned, right? And it was the VHS cover. I don't know which company it was, but the VHS cover for it was that weird painting that they made of Godzilla fighting Megalon standing on top of the World Trade Center. And that never happens in the movie. And the World Trade Center was so freaking big that Godzilla and Megalon must have been like They're bigger than a normal person, but they're not that big if they were able to stand on top of it. The Megalon VHS had a box art that I've never seen anywhere else. Yeah, that's the one. Yeah. That was the VHS that I have. I swear I wish I still had it, but it crumbled into dust. I guess it was so destroyed. Like the amount of times I took it out of that box cover. So the box cover was in very rough shape, and then the fact that it rewound it so many times. I'm guessing the actual VHS film thing on the inside was just stretched to the point of it was alarming how much I watched that damn movie, even though it wasn't really like a great movie, but I enjoyed it. My young capybara brain was just like, this is fun. Mine had Godzilla and Megalon on either side with Godzilla breathing red fire. Oh. It was kind of funny how Godzilla never actually, like, in a lot of Western media, they got his what do they call it now? The heat ray? They don't call it the atomic breath or whatever we used to call it. They call it the heat ray. They always got the color wrong on it in a lot of Western media. Like I know in that very old Hanna-Barbera cartoon that they had back in the day. I never really watched it. I was only able to catch some of it on reruns and stuff. Yeah, the one with Godzuki, right? Like he breathed like red fire in that one, and I think they actually had a voice actor voice Godzilla in it, but I don't remember much about it because, like, again, I never really watched it. It was kind of on, but then I thought it was like, that doesn't look like Godzilla. What the heck? Speaking of Godzuki, I know everybody probably expected Minya, right? Like, well, okay, the name Minya itself, I think I've actually come to realize as an adult, they spell his name Minilli, and a lot of people pronounce it Minya, right? Or Manila, right? Yeah, right? But there's a part of my brain that thinks, were they trying to actually call him Minilla? Like Mini Godzilla? But then shortened into Minilla? That's what I'm thinking in my brain. That's his actual name. I don't know if that's true though. That's what they were going for, right? Yeah. That's what I thought. I only realized that as an adult now. In the 1999 cartoon, Godzilla breathes green fire. Oh yeah, we had a friend. I had a friend who actually really liked that Godzilla cartoon, Godzilla the series. When it was on. You're talking about that one, right? With the TriStar Godzilla, right? When suddenly in the cartoon version he could actually breathe fire. Yeah. As opposed to in the movie where he didn't really breathe fire, he just exploded a car and it sort of looked like he was breathing fire. In the cartoon, it's the baby from the egg at the end. You're right, like it was something like that, right? And then for some reason, Mr. Tatopoulos or whatever his name was, I think it was Nick, right? Like he was cooler than he was in the movie, where he was like a worm scientist or something. That's what I remember about that movie. The main character was like a worm scientist or something. Yeah, Tatopoulos. I like that it's the same character from the movie. Yeah, having that continuity was actually pretty cool. And you know, like, regardless of how you feel about that movie in particular, the cartoon series really did a good job of, like, you know, making it something much more watchable, I guess. Even though I may have only seen like maybe 3 episodes, if even. and I just don't remember a whole lot about the cartoon itself, because I wasn't like, I wasn't like religiously like following said cartoon, right? Like at that point I had so much stuff that was like distracting me and stuff like that, right? And you know, I mean, it's just like, you know, thinking back on all that stuff, by the way, you know, like especially with the way the movies evolved, I honestly thought that there wasn't going to be any movie better than GMK at the time. And then I was like, oh, Tokyo SOS is so cool. I really like that Mothra. That's why it's really cool. That is like the coolest looking Mothra ever. And then it was like, I was thinking to myself that, oh man, they're never gonna top these movies, because, you know, they can only make these movies like in one specific way with people in rubber suits and stuff, and they're never gonna do it again. Oh, I thought that was it. I really thought that was like the end of it. Yeah, egg on my face. That movie is pretty good until the scene where they use a bunch of fish to lure Godzilla. After that, I fall asleep. Well, that's a lot of fish. I couldn't understand. I couldn't, the part of me that okay, I get that it's a trope of these movies where the military basically do more damage to the city than the freaking monster themselves, right? But did they really have to have like the helicopter chase scene where they just like, they literally could not target this thing? Like, they've got at the time, even in the late 90s, I would have to imagine that the military has targeting systems that that should have been able to lock onto this monster. And he was just that swift and agile. He was Ultra Instinct before Ultra Instinct was a thing. Goku, you learned from the wrong person. You should have learned from Godzilla. You should have just watched Godzilla run around New York for a while, and you would have learned Ultra Instinct way faster than what you actually did. But yeah, it was kind of funny. It was kind of funny. You know, like in hindsight, I know at the time that even for me, I was kind of like, man, this movie is whack. But you know, like in recent years, you know, like you look back fondly at the worst of movies. Like, I know for the longest time a lot of people thought Godzilla versus Hedorah was like the worst movie, right? The smog monster. But you kind of look back at these things as you get older, and you're like, okay, that's stupid, but okay. Outside of Godzilla versus Biollante, I feel like that movie has recently gotten a resurgence. I think because a lot of people are more appreciative of the monster itself, and the way that like the uniqueness of how they portrayed him evolving. You know, people are looking back on it with more, hey, this is actually good. Yeah, you know, I feel like you see that in a lot of fandoms too. Like, look at Star Wars with the prequels, right? You know, I still think the prequels are kind of terrible. Not gonna lie, oh man, this is a hot take. I don't mind the sequel trilogy as much as everyone else is, but because I really didn't like the prequels at the time when I saw them, I still think that they're horrible movies. I think what saves the prequel movies, right, was the Clone Wars cartoon. Yeah, the prequels just lack in the writing of the dialogue. Yeah. I feel like the sequence of events is fine. It's just that the dialogue is really cringeworthy. And I felt like he would have, George Lucas himself would have really benefited from having somebody help him with that. But he really wanted to do those himself. I felt like the prequels was like, he was just like, man, I just need to do these, you know? There's a lot of good in them and a lot going on with the writing and themes. Yeah, which is why I felt like the Clone Wars cartoon series, the CG one, that came afterwards, you kind of saw the potential of where the prequels could have been, as opposed to, the the actual movies themselves, right? But I feel like with Godzilla movies, like you're seeing a lot of that now, like where people are looking back at some of them and reevaluating how they felt about a lot of them. All the surrounding material for the prequels helps prop up that whole era. Yeah, I seriously feel like it. And a lot of the characters have since become like fan favorites, despite what happens to some of them in episode 3. Like, for example, at the time when Final Wars came out, I was actually able to catch a screening of it in the theaters. They one of those Modern Japan Society like organizations actually brought over the movie subtitled like a couple of months after it debuted in Japan. So I was actually able to see Final Wars earlier than when it was released. Oh, have you ever watched Singular Point? I'm rewatching it. It's really good and compelling. I saw the first few episodes of it. I need to finish it. I really need to finish it because I played I saw in a recent Super Robot Wars game that Godzilla Singular Point is actually in the game and stuff like that, and I was really hyped for that, and I was like, oh, I never finished watching it. I heard it was really good though. Like, okay, not that it was really good, but that, because I remember at the time a lot of people didn't like it, but ever since, everybody's been going back and being like, oh, this is actually really interesting. Like, from like you said, from a sci-fi perspective, it's actually pretty interesting how they did that. So I kind of want to watch. I kind of want to finish watching it. And stuff like that, and like, especially since my boy Gravity Anguirus. No, there's no Gravity Anguirus in Singular Point. There's just a regular Anguirus in it. But yeah, like at the time when I saw Final Wars, I was actually kind of okay with it because, like, Ryuhei Kitamura movies were like, they're just kind of things that you watch, you don't think too hard about, and this one was like a signature Kitamura movie, right? Like verses and stuff like that. Like his signature is all over this movie, so I was okay with it at the time. And then, like, years later, I kind of went back and watched a little bit of it, and I just kind of cringe. So in one case, you go back and you reevaluate some of them and you're like, yeah, that was actually really good. But then in other cases, you go back and watch it and you're like, oh boy, I actually like this one. Huh. It's something you can't second screen. It's gotta be main screen. Yeah, you gotta like pay attention to it, right? That's what I heard. I saw a meme about it, like where you needed a physics degree, like for real, to truly appreciate it or something like that. So you really gotta like I know it's just a joke. I don't think you actually need a physics degree to appreciate it, but I feel like, yeah, it's definitely something you gotta pay attention to for sure. But yeah, I turned my test stream into my Godzilla love fest. But yeah, I know I said Biollante was my favorite movie, but actually, the one after versus King Ghidorah is probably one of my favorites. Only like, yeah, there's so much about that movie that's wrong, but it's so wrong that it's right. Kaiju fan who has watched 10 movies. Godzilla vs. Space Godzilla is cool. Kaiju fan who's seen 1,000 movies. This obscure kaiju movie for the 80s is so good. Kaiju fan who's seen 10,000 movies. Yo, Final Wars is speak. Like, seriously, like, at the time when I first saw Final Wars, I was all about that movie. But ever since, I've been like, There's a lot of cringe in this movie. No, but you're so right though. Like I know a lot of people that really liked Godzilla versus Space Godzilla, and I still look back at that. When I first saw that movie, I was okay with it, but then ever since, I can't get over some of the the really cringy things about the movie, like the fact that they have a super weapon in the previous movie that almost straight up killed Godzilla. So you go and make a second one and it's worse than that one? And then on top of that, like they had the space battle part, and it looked like it was filmed in somebody's basement with a bunch of golf balls on a black tarp in the background, and I'm just kind of like, oh my god, seriously? You see, Godzilla's stronger since then. He became stronger in the Ghidorah movie. Let's forget about the fact that movie is so... Oh my god. Yeah, I mean, I do recall that. I mean, he is quite a bit bigger than he historically has been since that movie in '91. I mean, they kind of had to make him bigger. Like buildings, like modern buildings, were just getting so much bigger, and I believe that was also a way for Toho to skimp out a little bit on the live action background budget, because if Godzilla is bigger, then things are smaller, and I guess you don't really have to detail them all that much. I don't know if that makes sense. I actually don't know. Someone else who is a production designer might have a better idea on, you know, like whether or not that actually makes a huge difference in terms of how people use budgets in background designs and stuff like that. But yeah, it's all fun. But yeah, like right now, I'm so waiting for some of these new high releases and stuff like that. And you know, there's a lot of, no joke, there's a lot of like toys and hobby stuff coming out of like Chinese companies that I've been very impressed with as of late. You know. Yeah, you see Godzilla. Oh wait, I read that. In the Showa era, he's like 50 meters. In Heisei era, prior to versus Ghidorah, he is 80 meters, and after that, he's like 100 meters. In Millennium, he jumps. Yeah, because I think all the Millennium movies are self-contained. So yeah, like it changes every now and then. But I think they've started to favor him being like super ginormous plus 100 meters as of late, right? Like recent iterations of him have gotten bigger and bigger, except for -1, but you know, we'll get to that in the future. They're all self-contained except for the Mechagodzilla duology, in which I think he's he's much smaller in that one. Kiryu is not too big, and you know, like we get like a more Showa era looking sized Mothra too. Though at the same time, if we really got the canon Showa era Mothra size, Mothra would be like 5 times bigger than Godzilla. I didn't realize that until somebody told me about that. It might have been you actually. 2014 was 400 feet, and in that continuity, he's gotten taller. Shin was slightly taller than 2014. I remember that, but Shin Godzilla is a weirdo. He's a really weird one. He's kind of like an upside down turkey leg, and then you stick more turkey legs on the sides, and that's how you get a Shin Godzilla. And you put a burger on the top for the head. Well, I haven't seen much of it in the 3D animated movie. He's like the size of him. Oh yeah, the Netflix Godzilla trilogy. I saw 2 episodes of it. I still need to see the 3rd one. And yeah, he's like, holy crap, man. He's like, damn. I guess that's what happens when nobody bugs you for a little bit too long, and you just sit around and all you do is eat. I don't know if Godzilla eats in that in that trilogy of movies. But man, that is just insane. I just like, you leave him alone for a little while, and I guess he just turns into the biggest thing ever. That's doing weird things that I haven't been able to penetrate. and like, yeah, that trilogy of movies, it's like, on one hand very interesting, but then on the other hand very disappointing in some ways and stuff like that. I should probably watch episode 3 just to kind of finish it off, right? Ghidorah, and that it's a whole thing. It's called Mechagodzilla City, and the weird part is that they sized the actual drone of Mechagodzilla City as to the same size as what they thought Godzilla was gonna be previously. They didn't account for the fact that the Godzilla could possibly balloon to like 6-7 times the size of that original form, and so Mechagodzilla is quite tiny compared to Godzilla. But the rest of the city is big, I guess, you know. There's that, you know. But yeah, like okay, I went a little bit over the how long that I thought I was gonna be on for. Really, this was just a kind of test. I'm gonna have another actual drawing stream tomorrow where I will test more stuff, but I think this is good enough. I can see at the very least the stream is running, but I gotta tweak my settings more to favor the stream itself. But I think I got the bitrate right, and it looks like I got everything else working so far. I know I didn't even really draw. Yeah, I'm sorry guys. Like, I just went on and on about Godzilla stuff, like this entire time. But that's my new distraction, right? Like, this is my new distraction. I've always kind of liked Godzilla stuff, and like, I'm gonna have to highly, well, I mean, maybe not, because like sometimes, like, for example, the new Biollante from Haya Toys has bendy wire vines, so I don't know how that's gonna last long term. So maybe I won't get rid of my Monster Arts one. I will save it for storage and stuff like that, because like, you never know what will happen in the future, right? And the same thing with the Kiryu, right? Like, I'm glad to have a 2002 version coming, but I also have the Heavy Arms Monster Arts, and I'm not gonna get rid of it just in case, right? Just get more displacement. Yeah, I'll build myself more display space. I'll call the building beavers over, and they'll just construct me a new room. The beavers do wonderful things with a lot of stuff along the coastline, in the rivers and stuff, right? More cabinets, more shelves. Yeah. I'll just quite easily get more cabinets and shelves. But before I go, I really hope, I honestly have been waiting for Monster Arts to do it, and they haven't yet. So I hope Haya does it. But I really hope that they make Baragon from 2001, GMK Baragon, and I hope they make 2003 Mothra. Because 2003 Mothra can also be 2004 Mothra. They can make a fire version. You get 2 for 1. 2 for 1. It's the better Mothra. I know people like 92 Mothra, but 2003 Mothra looks more like a Mothra to me. Over to satiate the man-child inside me, you know. But yeah, thanks for dropping by, guys. Did you ever watch the Mothra trilogy? I saw some of it. So I saw, like, I'm pretty certain that I did see it. Like, yeah, Rebirth of Mothra, right? I'm pretty certain that I did see it. I don't remember anything about it. The only thing that I remember was the last movie in the trilogy. I think that's the only one that I kind of sort of remember, and I just remember that because there was like a time travel thing, and then there was like a Ghidorah in the dinosaur age, and then they had like these toy dinosaurs walking around. It made me want Dino Riders back. If you know what Dino Riders is, you're too old, just like me. And that Mothra is canonically a boy. Only time that's happened. That's what I heard. Something like that, right? Like that's why it's Mothra Leo and not just like a regular Mothra or something like that. And I guess boy Mothra gets like a gazillion different forms. Can transform like a Super Saiyan. It's so weird. It's so weird, man. Monster movies. I swear. I swear. Maybe one day, they will reach the mainstream. Though you know, arguably they probably have. Though those Godzilla X Kong movies are pretty popular, even if they are ridiculous. Okay, I will be back tomorrow. By the way, same time, but actually drawing. And maybe possibly having a more working stream setup and stuff like that. Hopefully I'll get all my settings fixed up, because I believe my vertical stream settings are not really working the way that they're supposed to be, because I'm getting screamed at by the vertical canvas right now. But we'll see what happens. But yeah, anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and end stream right now. Thanks for dropping by, guys. Pig, you know, nice to chat with you about an overgrown big lizard. Don't be surprised if I suddenly have a certain pre-order for a certain -0 in a couple of days time, because I do think it's going to be cheaper getting it direct from the source instead of waiting for one of our local suppliers to actually carry it, because those MSRPs really go up, but exchange rates always benefit. Yeah, you have a good day too, and for the rest of you that were here, yeah, have a great day, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Okay, laters.